Good day, friends. Today, let's take a moment to explore the complex and unfolding narrative that shapes our world, from the simmering tensions of geopolitics to the raw forces of nature reminding us of our planet's power. It's a story told not just through headlines, but through the humanity at its core. Starting with East Asia, the region remains a focal point of global attention. China has issued a firm warning to the United States, cautioning against what it calls playing with fire over Taiwan. This message came with formal complaints lodged against Washington as tensions continue to mount. China's stance is clear. It views U.S. engagement with Taiwan as a serious provocation, one that risks destabilizing an already fragile situation. On the other side, the United States is equally resolute. The U.S. Secretary of Defense has described China's military preparations as both credible and imminent, underscoring America's commitment to maintaining peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific region. This includes strengthening defense partnerships with allies like the Philippines, reflecting a broader strategy of deterrence and regional security. What we see here is a delicate balance, or perhaps a precarious one, where each side watches the other closely, each wary of missteps that could lead to conflict. It's a reminder of how critical diplomacy is in this theater, and how the smallest sparks in such hotspots have the potential to ignite much larger fires. Shifting to South Asia, the monsoon season has brought devastating consequences. In northeastern India, landslides and flash floods have claimed at least 22 lives, a somber testament to the vulnerability many communities face during these seasonal shifts. Nature's fury here reminds us of the ongoing challenges posed by climate and geography, challenges that call for resilience and preparedness in affected regions. In the northwest, tragedy struck in Russia, where a bridge collapse precipitated a train derailment, resulting in the loss of 7 lives and injuries to 30 others. Authorities are rigorously investigating the cause, but the incident highlights the critical importance of infrastructure safety and maintenance. Russia's infrastructure, like that of many nations, faces pressures from age, weather, and use, a reminder that safety and vigilance must remain priorities to prevent such disasters. Meanwhile, the conflict between Russia and Ukraine continues to cast a shadow of violence and uncertainty. Overnight attacks have resulted in the deaths of at least 10 people and injured dozens more. Despite ongoing peace efforts brokered by the United States, a lasting ceasefire remains elusive. This conflict is a stark illustration of the human cost of war and the profound challenges in forging peace amid deep-seated hostilities. Over in Nigeria, heavy rainfall and flooding have wrought profound suffering, with the death toll climbing to 151 in a north-central town. Thousands have been displaced, navigating the hardships that come with the loss of homes and livelihoods. Emergency services are actively responding, but the scale of the disaster makes it a significant humanitarian concern. These events remind us how climate patterns and severe weather continue to disproportionately affect vulnerable populations around the world. Turning to the Middle East, international concerns are growing over Iran's nuclear activities. The UN nuclear watchdog has reported Iran's enrichment of uranium to levels approaching weapons grade, a development that fuels unease about regional and global security. This issue underscores ongoing tensions surrounding nuclear proliferation and the delicate diplomacy required to manage it. In Europe, a small plane crash in western Germany resulted in 2 fatalities when the aircraft came down on the terrace of a residential building. Investigations are underway, yet another reminder of the risks inherent in aviation and the importance of safety oversight. Further north, Sweden has announced an increase in insurance checks on foreign ships to tighten control over what it calls Russia's shadow fleet. This step reflects heightened vigilance amid broader concerns about regional security, particularly as maritime routes remain vital arteries for trade and strategic maneuvering. Each of these stories, while distinct, paints a picture of a world in motion, full of challenges, conflicts, and the unpredictable forces of nature. They offer a glimpse into the complex interplay of power, policy, and the environment that shapes our daily lives. As we reflect on these developments, it's clear that understanding the global landscape requires more than just seeing the headlines. It demands recognizing the human stories behind the news, of communities trying to weather storms, families affected by conflict or disaster, and nations navigating their place in an ever-evolving world. Thank you for joining me in this thoughtful exploration of today's world. If you found this perspective engaging, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps us keep delivering insightful and elegant reflections on the news that matters. For additional details and helpful links, check the description below. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share them in the comments. Until next time, stay curious and connected.